It is Einstein's birthday, and Wall Street clearly can't handle it. We are in red right now. Happy birthday, Einstein.
Thank you, thank you.
The real Einstein, though, not this guy.
Correct.
All right, so, Peter, what's with the sell-off?
You know what? It's been a crazy couple of days. You know, I'm always a believer that Washington doesn't have that much to do with what goes on in Washington, especially now with the musical chairs that's going on. I think it's a little bit crazy, and I don't usually talk politics. I don't think that really has a big effect on the market. I think policy does, right? We saw tax reform be a big deal this year and the market rallying, and I think this tariff thing is a big deal, okay? But we've seen that while it caused a sell-off initially last week when they brought it up, okay, there was sort of this blanket statement. You remember he had that interview at the end of the day, and he just sort of tossed out, oh yeah, we're going to do some tariffs here, 25% there, 10% there.
And now he's looking to impose more.
Well, we don't know what's going to happen because he threw that out. The numbers did not seem like there was a lot of thought behind them. The market did react to it, okay? Aluminum and steel stocks here rose. The market itself sold off. Then he pulled back and said, we're going to give a breather to Canada and Mexico. So then the market bounced back a little bit. Then the next day we saw market sell off again when they brought it back up about China, that they were going to really levy them hard. And then the market rallied back when he said, you know what, I'm going to let each country negotiate their own deal. So we are really, you know, it's passive aggressive behavior here, right? We don't really know. Like we didn't know with all the other stuff that happened all year long. We get these things tossed out on the table, and then they get pulled back slowly. You know, it's kind of like fly fishing or something. I don't know what the heck to make of it. But the market is definitely, you know, look, we're still at 25,000. So all that being said, whether we're up or down 400 points over this news, if they really wanted to sell this market, and this was going to have a huge economic global impact, then the market would be down 1,000 points. It's not. We're not seeing these big flash crash sell-offs. We're not seeing anything like that. Whatever's happening is happening in an orderly fashion. So I'm going to go with that.
Well, could that be why we're seeing these moves in oil today? Because Tillerson leaving, maybe the abandonment of the Iran deal could stir up some things in the oil industry?
As I said, I think we are seeing, irrespective of all the musical chairs in Washington, I think policy changes that could come out of Tillerson leaving, out of... You know, oil inventory numbers today were really up big. I think that significantly had an effect on it. You know, oil's been back in that range again. It's a $58 to $63 range. So that's a solid range, like the market. Market 24,500 to 25,500. That's also a good range. So markets, you know, will equal themselves out. But I definitely think that the China tariff problem, the fact that it just feels like a trade war situation. Yesterday on the close, it apparently, you know, Trump came out with a $30 billion number and then a $60 billion number on what tariffs are going to be levied against China. They seem to be the point where he's going after. And, you know, that's a big deal. They're a big player. They're the biggest player.
Yeah, so a trade war can cause a war zone in the markets. Will there be world peace?
Well, absolutely. Yes.